I was someone's glitch in the matrix. Posted by u/Nana I went out, parked in front of a store, bought a 6-pack of water and went to register NR2, paid with change. Half an hour later, I remembered I wouldn't be going out anytime soon again, so I decided to buy more water, and everything happened in the exact same order. I parked at the same spot, entered, bought a 6-pack, register 2 is free, same girl working there. I even paid with same amount of change coins. She looked at me with a bit of horror and confusion but couldn't see me smiling under my mask. Edit. First, thank you for gold and silver, dear Redditors. Second, I had no idea this small story of mine would blow up like this. It made my day and hopefully yours too. Made a friend who seemed to just disappear. Posted by u/GeorgieEls022. I was having a really bad day and decided I'd walk to my favorite sushi spot for a pick-me-up. I treated myself to some plum wine while I looked over the menu. I turned to my right and noticed that this older man was suddenly sitting next to me. I remember thinking to myself how gracious he must be to not have made as much noise as I did when I sat down. He begins to talk to me and after a while I begin to warm up to him. He told me that he sensed I wasn't feeling my best and that he'd love to chat with me about it. I would usually never be so candid with a complete stranger, but I began to speak my mind, which gradually made me feel better. He had this way of making me feel incredibly comfortable. As if I suddenly got word vomit. He never interrupted me or asked invasive questions. What is so weird about this interaction is that I remember ordering my food from the chef and receiving it, but I cannot remember him doing the same. I can't even remember if he was actually eating. Before I could finish my meal he said he was going to pay, but gave me his business card so that we could keep in contact. I shoved it down my backpack and he walked away. I thought he'd come back and sit with me till I was finished, since we were really having a great conversation, but he never came back. I paid for my food and drinks and asked a server if the man had left or if he was in the restroom. She looked at me as if I were crazy, so I just left it as that. When I got back home I decided to look at his business card so that I could send him a thank you text, but it was nowhere inside of my backpack. I remember stuffing it all the way to the bottom, yet it was nowhere to be found. There is just no way it would have fallen out because I made sure to stick it underneath my big old binder. When I look back at this day I just think of all the times the server asked me if I needed anything, but never asked him. I just can't remember anyone other than myself acknowledging him. Every time I think about this day I feel crazy. My packages delivered themselves. Posted by u/theyankening. This is a glitch and paranormal event. I normally don't believe as this type of stuff at all. Me being the person that I am, I have to see it to believe it. But when it actually happens, it's unbelievable. So, I worked the night shift. I've worked here for roughly 9 months and the building is 4 years old. I'm the security guard that keeps an eye out for the independent living, EL, side of the building. I work alone. This building is huge. There are 4 wings, 1,400, 1,200, 1,100, 1,000, and 3 of the wings have 3 stories to them. Not to mention the ungodly long hallways with nothing but doors on each side and the little dolls that the residents put outside their door. The residents just think the dolls are cute, but they creep me out. The first month I worked here, I heard some stories about the building being haunted. Now, in my mind, I'm like, there is no way this building is haunted, it's only 4 years old. God, did I regret that thought. I've had multiple encounters with noises and hearing breathing that wasn't mine, or footsteps that get progressively louder and faster. Anyway, 6 months later, something happened to me that freaked me out, bone-chilling. I was delivering packages around 1:30 a.m., so it's dark outside, almost pitch black. We have this cart that all the packages get put on and wait to get delivered. I was dragging it through the hallway and I had to go up the elevator to the 2nd floor on the 1,200 wing. There were 5 packages on the cart and they each needed to be delivered on a different side of the building. I pick one up to place it in front of the door and turn around to grab the handle on the cart. Well, I grabbed air. Realizing what just happened, I kinda just stood in shock for a second. I head back down to my office thinking, maybe, I'm just tired, and was imagining delivering the packages. Well, the cart was still nowhere to be found. After an hour of looking for this cart, I was constantly checking the time because the packages needed to be delivered by 3 a.m. I sit down and put my hands over my face with my eyes closed for a second. I then open my eyes, look out the door of my office, and I was in disbelief. The cart was right there. With no packages? I could not believe it. I go walking around trying to find these packages, and to my knowledge, they are all delivered. I know I didn't deliver those packages. I thought I blacked out, but I couldn't have blacked out considering I was looking for the cart. I went home after my shift and couldn't sleep that day. I was in shock. Luckily I had the next night off, so not sleeping didn't really hurt my schedule. I just have no clue at what the heck happened that night. Any thoughts? The portal in my bathroom, posted by u/noodledog14, so I'm still not sure what this was. Maybe we jumped timelines, maybe my house has a spiritual scar or entity, maybe I opened a portal. So long story short, my roommate and I were throwing a house party. There were a bunch of people over, we were all having an awesome time. A few people had just shown up, most of the on-timers were feeling pretty good by this point and everyone's dancing in the living room, which is carpeted. My roommate drops her glass, and somehow it shatters on the carpet. She starts picking up pieces of glass and I cut the music and turn on the lights. My roommate had cut her hand and it was bleeding down to her wrist. I saw it and another friend who had just arrived saw it too. I went with her into the bathroom to help her clean up. She turned on the faucet, and I shut the bathroom door. As soon as I shut the door, there's no cut and no blood. Literally not even a scar. It just vanished. We were both really freaked out by this for sure. We were in the bathroom for a few minutes and came out a little shook up. Our friend was worried about the cut and asked how my roommate's hand was. We told her what happened, and she told us we had been in the bathroom for way longer than we thought. What felt like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to us was actually closer to 40. It still gives me the creeps thinking back on it. Mother found long-lost family ring in her brand new car, posted by u/Ikeemed. So for context, my grandfather has lived and worked on the same farm for his entire life. It's 100 acres and for as long as he's been around he's been constantly out and about doing whatever needs to be done. When my grandmother's own grandfather passed away, he left my grandfather his Scottish Rite/Freemason ring, and though he was a Freemason, he wasn't a member of the Scottish Rite so he refused to wear the ring until he had joined. He went through all the steps of which I have no clue what they are, and eventually became a member and was able to wear the ring. The ring meant a lot to him as it was both passed through the family and he had worked hard to be able to wear it. But one day he came in from working the farm, lo and behold it had fallen off at some point. He and my grandmother were both rightfully devastated and scoured the property to no avail. This all happened around 5 or so years ago, but flash forward to present time and my mom is vacuuming out her new car of about 6 months that she had taken up to their farm probably twice. As she's vacuuming the back she notices a ring and thinks it's just some novelty ring but then takes a close look and sees masonry symbols and decided to take it up to the farm with her next time she goes, assuming my grandfather will know what it is. About a month later she goes and shows my grandfather who immediately tears up knowing what it is. No one has absolutely any clue how it got there, given that it had been lost into oblivion for years and her car had only been with her 6 months. Parallel universe? Lost something and found it somewhere that didn't make sense. Posted by u/goodtamale. So one weekend I decided I wanted to paint my room so I told my cousin if he could help me out and go to Home Depot with me to buy paint. We arrived at Home Depot, got out the car, went inside where the paint station is. I was wearing some Adidas sweatpants that have pockets which could be closed with a zipper. My cousin didn't have any pockets so he asked me if he could put his wallet in my pocket and I said yes so he himself put his wallet inside my pocket and we both remember so vividly that he also zipped it up so his wallet wouldn't fall out. We got the paint, and we were about to pay so I checked my pocket to get his wallet and his wallet isn't in my pocket. We were so confused how it could have fallen out since my pocket was zipped up. We told employees that we lost a wallet in case they casually find one. We looked inside the store for an hour trying to find the wallet and an employee was like maybe you left it in the car? And we told them that wasn't possible. So one weekend I decided I wanted to paint my room so I told my cousin if he could help me out and go to Home Depot with me to buy paint. We arrived at Home Depot, got out the car, went inside where the paint station is. I was wearing some Adidas sweatpants that have pockets which could be closed with a zipper. My cousin didn't have any pockets so he asked me if he could put his wallet in my pocket and I said yes so he himself put his wallet inside my pocket and we both remember so vividly that he also zipped it up so his wallet wouldn't fall out. We got the paint, and we were about to pay so I checked my pocket to get his wallet and his wallet isn't in my pocket. We were so confused how it could have fallen out since my pocket was zipped up. We told employees that we lost a wallet in case they casually find one. We looked inside the store for an hour trying to find the wallet and an employee was like maybe you left it in the car? And we told them that wasn't possible. My cousin and I gave up and decided that we'll come back for the paint later and pay for it somehow so we head back to our car, which we locked before going inside the store, and we find his wallet in the car. How? We were so confused because we both remembered him putting his wallet in my pocket inside the store and zipping it up. Right when we got home we told my parents what had happened. I'm still confused till this day.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos.